Hello, astro imaging friends, and welcome to Cosgrove's Cosmos. This is my second video introduction. The first, while awkward and very painful to make, and perhaps to watch, did not seem to cause undue strife in the world when I released it, so I decided I would tempt the fates and try it again. I'd like to take a moment and introduce my most recent imaging project, which was just published on my website. The Bat Nebula, cataloged as NGC 6995, or another catalog entry which is associated with it or near it is the index catalog 1340, is really kind of a zoomed in portion of the Veil Nebula, which of course is a supernova remnant in the constellation of Cygnus. This was imaged with my Williams Optics 132mm FLT platform, which you can see here. This sports a ZWO 1600 Pro camera and is sitting on top of an Ioptron CM60 mount. This has been a really good combination for me. It was really my first telescope. Did my first images with it. It's evolved over the years, but it's clearly one of the ones I like to use. And the image was actually the second one, 4 different projects that I shot over a period of 5 clear nights that we recently have. That's a pretty rare thing to have around here, 5 clear nights. That doesn't happen in the home of Rochester. Rochester, as you may know, is a home of Eastman Kodak, who settled here because its monotonous 18% gray skies was an excellent photographic reference, but not conducive to astrophotography. But during those 5 nights, I was out with my 3 telescopes, set up as you see here, set up in the driveway with 2 carts with holding computers, all the wires running inside where I could control it from the comfort of my den. The image that you see here is the result of 13.9 hours of narrowband integration. For me, 13.9 hours is a really long integration with the weather we have here and my tree line, which gives me a very limited view of the sky. But actually the data set was much larger. I had 1.7 hours more data in the set, but upon blink analysis and SubFrameSelector analysis, I took about 1.7 hours out because some of the images were showing signs of thin cloud moving through the scene, bloated stars, and some wind or perhaps some guiding errors causing some elongated stars. It's always painful to lose that much data, but I find that when you pull those images out, those aren't really ones you want to be contributing to your master image. So that's painful, but it's certainly worth doing. Some images are really painful to process. It seems like they fight you every step of the way. This one was not that way. The data was very clean. The processing went with no trouble whatsoever. I was really happy with the results. Did run into a couple of interesting snags towards the end, which I found simple ways to solve. But I was very happy with the final quality of what we ended up with here. This is a fascinating section of the sky that's very rich in molecular gases. This has a solid signal in hydrogen alpha, in O3, and in S2. A lot of pictures of the bat are often seen as bicolor images, where only 2 of the narrowband channels are put to use. But I found the signal was so interesting in all 3, it seems a shame not to capture that. But the form of the image is very complex, yet it has a lot of subtle details. If you see in here, you can see the classic bat shape. This is one wing over here, another wing down over here. The head is in here. You can actually see one little ear to the bat and another one there. The body of the bat down here, and even the legs. So it actually does form a figure that you can project a bat onto. But as you look in the area, it just has such complex nesting of filamentary structures and colors that it's really kind of fascinating to look at. And I was really surprised to see, like in this section in here, these light, airy filaments that just come through while you have stacks and layers of other filaments of different colors that seem to be stacked up on it. It was a beautiful image, and I really enjoyed pulling it together and processing it. At any rate, I hope you enjoy the image, the posting, which tells its story, and the processing walkthrough, where I share quite a bit of detail on how I came to process this image and got the results you're seeing here. Please feel free to enter a comment at the bottom of the posting or ask questions, and you can also contact me via the email associated with the website. Always happy to get queries and try to be pretty diligent about answering them. Thanks for your time, and I hope you have clear skies.